Javoříčko caves are located in the northern part of the Špraněk hill, and together they form a nature reservation. You may have noticed that there is water dropping from the ceiling. That's surface water, and it contains carbon dioxide. When it soaks through the limestone, it dissolves it. Then it drops from the ceiling and evaporates. And that's the whole process during which our beautiful limestone spikes are formed. Our caves have 3 floors. Upper floor, through which I will take you, and you shall see a small part of it. Middle floor, which is currently only in part discovered, and the lower floor, which is currently entirely unknown. If you turn around, you shall see the basic types of limestone spikes. If the limestone spikes grows from the ground up, it's called stalagmite. The opposite spike growing from the roof down is called stalactite, and when they connect, they are called stalagmite, something like that. But don't be mistaken. This is not. These limestone spikes are not connected. There is currently about 1 centimeter between them, and that's why we call them vein hopes, because they are dry and they shall never connect. A bit lower, the front of you, you can see a cut through the limestone spike, where you can see how the limestone spikes is layered and how it grows over the years. About 1 millimeter of limestone spike grows over the period of 10 years. But it's a rough estimate because every limestone spike grows at a different speed. We are currently located in the Scree Dome, which got its name from the great amount of rubble which formed when it was being created. Excuse me. Yes. I will try to prove that the rubble is still moving, even if only a little bit. If you look when I am shining my torch, you can see 2 curved limestone spikes, which are called pilgrims. These pilgrims grow on the moving rubble, and they curved around its movement, and they shall prove that the rubble is still moving. And now I'll leave some room to your imagination. Behind the pilgrims lies bear-like boulder. Next to the walkway, we have a wrecked steamboat. On the left side, the castle window, partitioned by a limestone spike. Next to the castle window is a deep abyss, about 60 meters deep, which we call Lion's Den. In front of it is my most favorite thing you will see in these caves. We call it a hill of whipped cream, and on the left side there is a minaret. And when you look next to me, you will see, jak se řekne bažant? You can see pheasant hanging from the roof, from which the water drips upon the iceberg. Before we move on, I will have a small plea for you. discovered. Noticed many holes, but mainly great number of hollow stalactites, which are called quills. If you look carefully, you will notice a small pearls at their ends, which are only drops of water upon which I am shining light.
They're called quills.
Quills, that's. There are no vampires here. You can feel safe. We have about 6,000 beds here during winter, but now they have kids and small. I don't know how a small bed is called. So they have kids, and they are in the connecting passage, which connects the two largest domes, which are made available to the visitors. We are currently looking at the limestone spike gallery, in front of which hangs from the ceiling the Damocles sword, which is about 2.2 meters high. Under it is standing the Harlequin, and down there on the floor is a small hedgehog.
Where's the hedgehog?
A little hedgehog. On the opposite side, we have chili.
Adama, no, přemýšlím.
We have some sea waves to the Dome of Giants, which is the biggest dome we will visit during our tour. It is 14 meters wide, 14 meters high, and 62 meters long. It's really big. It's also called the Dome of Giants because they are the biggest limestone spikes you shall see in our caves. For example, the king of the caves, which is 8 meters high. Behind me, you can have a look at the weeping willow, in front of which stands the delicious ice cream cake. On the opposite side, we have the great spear, which hangs from the ceiling. Underneath it is Indian totem. Next to it, someone built a Chinese pagoda, next to which is sitting, a bit ironically, Holy Wenceslav, the patron of Czech country. And in the middle of the cave grew a great Christmas tree, which is covered with snow. Official lake in our caves. You can go have a look, and I will wait for you here. Point of the Discovery Road, which is the road which was used by the forester Wilhelm Schwetz to discover our caves. Later I will tell you some more things about the discovery itself. And another piece of interesting information, we are currently about 55 meters beneath the ground. So I hope you are not afraid. next to which are a bit lighter